Hey folks, it's Van Kraken here, your friendly neighborhood streamer of both World of Warships and World of Warships Legends. So I am a self-bestowed variety World of Warships Legends streamer. Non-existent title, but hey, sounds good and fun for tonight. Our goal is to still work out a few of the bugs we have in our stream setup for YouTube. This is our second YouTube exclusive stream on World of Warships, and 3 nights of this week for the remainder of the week, I'll be on Twitch and YouTube streaming World of Warships Legends. So tonight, we are working on the In Pursuit of Strasbourg campaign. Started this a little late because I've been doing some content and some campaign work on World of Warships Legends, trying to get the Massachusetts unlocked over there, which has just come over to the console side. And we are pretty well into our first task, our first leg of the In Pursuit of Strasbourg mission set for the campaign. So basically 1 star to unlock. Is that correct? 1 or 2? I think it's just 1. So we either need to repeat task 1 to get 5 destroyed, which will get us there quickly, or we are trying to knock out 16 more torpedo hits. So I'm going to take out trusty Acasta. It's the only tier 5 DD, guys, that I have. I am not a DD main, so I'm going to start out fast and furious in my weakest class. I am far more a battleship and a cruiser player. I don't play CVs, but I do play quite a bit of cruiser and some battleships as well, and then I'm learning to play destroyers. So this is my EU account. It's my 3rd account on World of Warships. I've been playing for 4 years, and we are trying to level up this account to play with some friends on the EU server, since you can't transfer your account data or play across platforms. So, hey, a little bit about me as far as this channel. You know, we've started to build a good community on Twitch, which has been fantastic. So I want to do that here on YouTube as well. I have built some content, some ship reviews, and some new content that is getting better as I get some more experience with editing, that sort of thing. So you can check that out on my YouTube page. But our community goals are to share common interests, spark some good conversation. Met some awesome people already. Really excited about that. And my approach is to be casual but competitive. I try to win. I care about winning. But at the same time, I'm trying to reduce the amount of salt on new players, especially, and those players who are more casual. You know, everyone comes this game to enjoy it, to relax, to unwind, to have fun, unless you're playing ranked, and then that's not really a legitimate goal, to relax and have fun. I typically avoid ranked. But anyway, we're here to respect one another as human beings and as players, have fun together, and again, try to desalinate our little corner of the internet one game at a time. So if there's anything off on the sound when you jump in tonight, let me know. My game sound was off in last night's stream. I think I have that taken care of and fixed for tonight. So we are going to jump in and kind of try to get a 200%. Well, let's just do this. We're just going to jump into co-op because I know I can knock out my torpedo hits. I should be able to knock them out quicker there than spending 20 minutes a game potentially in randoms earlier. And I had some tough teams when I was playing earlier today. Actually had some good games in this ship. I've played up the British line to Jervis, which is tier 6 on Legends, and I'm at the tier 5 here. So I actually like the British destroyer line a lot. Again, I'm just newish to the class. It's played far fewer games and destroyers than the other types of ships. And Acasta has got the difficult setup that she does not have the ability to stealth torpedo. So she has a 6.6 kilometer detection with only a 6 kilometer torpedo range. So for someone like me who's learning torpedo dynamics on the attack side and then also minding my P's and Q's of being detected, this ship is a bit of a challenge for me, I'll just say that, versus, say, other DDs like the Japanese DDs, Kamikaze, others at this tier that might have a decent stealth window and a faster torpedo reload. Though, do have the benefit of a good combination of workable guns, deck guns,
Teammate, I need your support.
in addition to our torps. And I just am learning to really like to play with the breakaway feature, the defensive feature of British smoke. To be able to get in a scrape, get your torpedoes off, and break detection with this smoke, and then have it recharged almost by the time your smoke is dissipated. I think that's a cool feature of the British DD. So seem like pretty good all-arounders to me. You just can't sit in your smoke and hammer people with high explosive rounds like you can in the US DD line, maybe the German line. So I'm learning, getting a little better, and I just need to push myself, make a concerted effort to get better at these boats. It's like I've skied forever. I'm not a young buck. I'm over half a decade old, or half a century old, decade. Yeah, and a century and decade together, half of each almost. And I'm a pretty good skier, and when snowboarding came around, I just never really wanted to try snowboarding because I was a good skier, and I didn't want to start all over again. And that's kind of what DDs feel like to me, is like starting all over. We're going to have the T-22 out in front of us to cope with. Try to get some dodging. We're getting fire from the gate as well.
Smoke generator started.
Go ahead and smoke up and let them start paying attention to my neighbor.
Solved, sir. Smoke screen set.
There's a ship kill. We might get the kills before we get to torpedo hits. I do like single fire torpedoes too, which is kind of the other unique aspect of the British DDs. And I'm learning a lot better about not sitting still in my smoke for too long. There we go. 3 down, 13 to go. Played about 3 games in standard earlier today. 3 or 4, all losses. Again, I played decently in some of those games, but we just had typical lower tier, unorganized team play. It was kind of sad, honestly.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yay, looks like our game sound is working tonight.
That's how it's done.
So yeah, starting all over in DDs, when you're not a main in that class, has been a bit of a rough sled, but I know I need to play more DDs just to understand what I'm up against, who I'm competing against in DDs. And I do ultimately want to be an all-rounder. Been playing for 4 years off and on.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and smoke up. We can get some rounds in on the Congo here from smoke.
Smoke screen set.
Congo will be spotted. One of the other things I've been learning is don't smoke up and block all your teammates from being able to spot. And then also losing your own vision in the process. And British DDs just have a pretty good all-around punch. Probably not as good as the US DDs from an artillery perspective, but pretty workable. Now we could probably try to bonsai the Congo if he lives long enough. He's got multiple ships to pay attention to, but could potentially sneak a kill with the fire we have burning. Why is the secondaries firing at us, or it just overshoots from the Kotovsky? Alright, we just missed.
Our victory is in sight.
Pretty good co-op game going though, 50,000 damage. About the only time I play co-op is for these mission sets on campaigns, essentially. It's a little easier way for me to get my torpedo hits in, potential damage. You can do quite well in co-op if you bait enemy destroyers and cruisers to shoot torpedoes at you, especially. That can be really lucrative for potential damage accumulation. So where are we at? We got 12 of 25. We're halfway there on that. And we're 2 out of 5. We're halfway there on that. So let's see which one we get to first. And not a terrible XP gain because it was a 200% first win bonus, which that helps out a little bit. Early account, I've been pulling more credits. I was waiting to buy Hipper. Because I thought there was a sale on ships and I think I missed it. I think it was the 22nd through the 26th of December. I've been trying to grind as many credits as possible to buy the first tier 8 on this account, which will be the Hipper. And accumulating a decent amount of coal and free XP. I don't spend free XP on any upgrades, only on free XP ships. Coal, I'm going to have to make a decision whether I pop for a premium that's a little lower tier. I only have 3 on this account. I bought a Scharnhorst with a coupon for 40 bucks. Got 80 bucks into balloons back, double the cash amount into balloons back. Bought Massachusetts with my 25% off coupon. Got Oklahoma when the US Battleship line split for free. And still have 8,600 doubloons left, so I'm kind of hanging on to those. Because I went ahead and bought a year's worth of free premium, discounted premium on this account the other night, because half off was a pretty dang good deal. All right. Let's do it. Just do it. We're going to go we'll get the kills or we'll get the torpedoes, whichever comes first. Ship kills is a pretty viable thing to do in co-op as well, if you just need to get your kills in. Especially since it seems in general these games take somewhere between 5 and 7 minutes for me, so you can get typically 3 of these games in, 2.5 to 3 in the span of time that it takes to play one game in randoms. So take advantage of every little bit we can.
Action stations.
If you stop by chat tonight, let me know what you're working on. Same map, same location. Been here, done that, right? If you're already past Strasbourg and working on the ships and fates, so that would be a secondary thing for me to get to if I can. I'd love to get Strasbourg and then unlock a lot of those tier 5 ships. Should help me on line grinding a lot on this account, where I've played a lot of these lines already before. Could speed up my progress tremendously, and I like getting those camos. I still have a bunch of the camos from several of the other holiday campaigns in past years. That's on my main World of Warships NA account. And those past campaigns got in a Grosh Spey. I think that was the other year there was campaign camos available, permanent camos. Another year was getting permanent camos for Turpits, which is like this insane Tenarnstrich, I think it's called, free XP camo. You load that on, plus like Ouroboros flag, Papa Papas. You can really rack up free XP like crazy. And then I have the ice camo and the Duke of York from a couple campaigns ago too. Ice camo for my Scharnhorst, ice camo for Duke of York. And that was a grind and a half, doing the full campaign grind for Duke of York, or in Duke of York, to get those special camos. I was hoping the DD would be.
Smoke screen set.
Gonna have to use our repair. I was hoping the DD would be continue to be spotted by our Blyce, but
Problem solved, sir.
Blyce is not quite in the right channel. Oops, we're gonna get detected. We may get torped here, guys.
Critical engine damage.
Maybe, maybe not. Okay.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
I wonder if he had already shot his torps. That was interesting.
Problem solved, sir.
That's 2 more torpedo hits and another kill. At this rate, we're gonna get to kills first. 5 kills first. Gorizia spawn and more in the middle.
Our team has taken the lead.
Could go for the CV, but that's a ways down there. Maybe the HEA. Crazy seeing these ARP ships. So the ARP campaign was like going on when I think I first joined World of Warships. It had to be 3.5, 4 years ago, right? So back then, like for each level, you unlocked multiple ARP or ARP camos. So I have multiple Congos, multiple Miyokos. And I think those ships are each going for like $30 a pop. Since they've been reintroduced. You know what? We're never going to make it over to the Battleship. So if this game prolongs, because it's not domination caps, let's just see if we can make a run for the CV. It's going to be our only hope of getting a kill. Since that Gneisenau is same distance away, roughly.
Our victory is in sight.
Don't know which way the CV's traveling. Kind of watch the planes. See what location they're returning to. Oh, yeah, he's lit. Okay. Arbleskavitska. And Yahagi. Yahagi's also a free well, not a free campaign, but an unlockable ship on a campaign right now. So the crazy thing on Legends, on the console version of World of Warships, is that there's a Massachusetts campaign going on right now, and there's 120 mission steps in it. It's similar concept to this Strasbourg and Ships and Fates campaign, or maybe a cross between that and the Dockyard. But basically, you spend about $10 on the campaign, you get half that value back into balloons as you're grinding. And in this campaign, you can get the Yahagi a third of the way through the campaign, and then unlock the Massachusetts at the end for basically about $5. So I think they've really been trying to attract players to check out the console version of the game. And we've had missions, campaign missions for Belfast, for Kutuzov, for Tirpitz, for Gremy, Yugamo. Not Yugamo, Udachi. They're just starting to introduce in their legendary tier, which is kind of tier 8. It only goes to tier 7, and then there's legendary tiers at the highest tier. Ships at the highest tier, which is kind of effectively a tier 8, but that's the tier 10 ships on Legends. They squash the tech tree down into 7 tiers plus a legendary tier. So it's interesting. I jumped over and started playing the console game as well because I got an alpha code from some of my friends that I used to play World of Tanks console with. And that's where I originally started playing WG games, was World of Tanks console. So I've kind of gone from World of Tanks console to World of Tanks PC to World of Warships PC and then back to World of Warships console. But I'll never give up playing the PC version of ships. It's too fun. But I have a group of friends that I played tanks with for a long time on console that are playing ships now. And I think a lot of people are migrating away from tanks. It seems like a lot of people, once they start playing warships, they don't leave. Okay, 14 out of 25 and 3 out of 5. Yeah, let's just keep powering through. Making decent progress. I'll make sure I take off, actually. Whoops. Some of these special flags, I don't want to run them in co-op. Got a lot of those, so we'll leave that on. That's okay. Whoops. We don't really need that flag either. And a dev flag. We'll take our chances. All right, we have Haven. Spawn location is on a flank, but this map is pretty localized around the middle, so it's more iffy on maps like Fault Line on the last map, whether you're going to get many bots traveling kind of down the lane that you load into. So this should not be too bad a spot if we can come around these islands and derp into some ships here and here. Get some close range torpedoes off. Again, it's not... Acasta is not my favorite British destroyer. I know the detection to torpedo range ratio is going to get a lot better. Remember, is it Icarus next? I don't think we have Icarus on Legends. Ghost, or maybe it's Acasta, Icarus, Jervis. I know there's one additional ship on PC in the mid tiers. All right. Oops. So the bot CV is going to send the planes just our direction. How lucky is that? Okay, he's cutting in. Interesting seeing people play as many CVs as they are in co-op. It's probably where I would start. I've never played a game in a CV, honestly. Notice the drops and attacks are a lot easier to dodge against the bots than human CV players. It's one big difference. And long range, the bots are obviously pretty easier to dodge because they really aim center of mass, keep moving, changing direction, changing speed, and you can evade a lot of the fire.
Enemy battleship detected.
From bot ships as well, so they tend to hit you more than the planes. Go ahead and put out a spread of single fire, make a torp wall. I think that Acasta is just going to be inside our range. Go for the kill.
Enemy
Maybe
destroyer blown up.
hit the Trento. Probably not, though. Spotting us. Oh, the Koenig, I guess, is in our main battery range till our bloom shrinks down. to our base detection. Ooh, we had the range on the Trento, just didn't get a hit. So, wow. I guess I didn't really change my speed, so the Trento just threw some torps out there for just the heck of it. Let's go ahead and smoke up.
Smoke generator started.
Just because we've got 23 seconds, 23 seconds to reload our torpedoes.
Smoke screen
Koenig
set.
is still spotted, which is excellent. Not anymore, but we know roughly where he's going to be. Okay, time to go. Oh, his guns are facing that side, so we'll take the opposite side. The thing I'm learning in DDs is to close distance a lot more than I used to, especially against the bots. They're better at dodging than you would think. Should get some decent numbers of hits off that.
Critical engine
4
damage.
and a kill.
Enemy battleship foundered.
He did founder.
I gotta have more combat.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, we've lost 3 ships already. 2 of them were bots. So I'm playing on the EU server. Again, try to get this account built up so I can play with some people that I've met on the EU server that have higher tier ships. I don't want to constrain someone divisioning with them to just playing the low tiers, so been trying to work on this account in my off time, and I have a lot of ships already on my North American account. I don't really need to go for any more additional grinded free premiums at this point. I'll probably try to get work done on Strasbourg and Ships and Fates, and then just go blow snowflakes off in co-op, which is another great aspect of co-op, right? You can knock out your snowflake missions really quick. What are you doing, Nice now? Very good benefit of co-op is the speed burning of snowflakes. We had the stars in the anniversary event that netted us what, super containers at tier 10, some steel. Was it steel at tier 9, tier 8, and then coal below that? I do like how they've been making it easier to get steel in other modes besides just clan battles like it used to be. That's been really cool. I've never been in an active clan that's done clan battles, so at some point maybe. I actually started my own clan in NA, which I did a video about that's on my YouTube page. It's one of my early kind of unedited live videos, just taped in a live gameplay session, but started my own clan just for my main NA account and my alt account. And the cool thing about that account is I have my base built up to the extent where I get some pretty awesome bonuses. And all it cost me was the, what, 2,500 doubloons to establish the clan. The Trento really wants the CV. So I would recommend, if you just want to derp around on your own, run solo battles, but you want the chance to obtain the really cool bonuses you get from building a clan base, if you play a decent amount, you would be shocked how much free stuff you can accumulate and boost to XP and credits you can accumulate commander XP training by running your own clan base. Cannot reach the Nicholas. Come on, dude, turn my direction. Oh, heartbreak for the cruiser. Was it the Trento? Oh, we got him. Got another ship kill.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
The ship
Go
is on
dart.
fire.
It's Stop firing.
Problem solved,
Who's
sir.
spotting me? Okay, lost detection. Damn planes. So now the German CVs have good secondary batteries. It's turning away. The bots have definitely gotten smarter with regard to programming. It's not perfect, but they're definitely more adaptable than
Critical
they used to
engine
be.
damage. Generator started.
Let's see if we can draw in some enemy ships.
Smoke screen set.
Heal. Ooh, Synop is
Problem
right
solved,
here.
sir.
We overshot our smoke because I think I'd lost engine control. He's gonna dodge that,
Our
isn't
team is
he? You
taking the lead.
bastard. Should have waited. Now I'm in some serious doo-doo. Don't have any more torps. Myoko's guns just pointed the opposite direction, so see if we can take advantage of that. Ah!
Main turret critically damaged.
Oh, just missed the kill steal. Uh-oh, we're dead. Oh. Humans don't miss you by that much. They never miss you by that much. Ah. Alright. Dang. I should have sat in my smoke and let that Synop come closer. The bots know when you fire torpedoes. Obviously, the CPU, the AI knows. And man, they initiate your turns right when you fire if it's too far away. Has made it a little more challenging to land torpedo hits. Come on, guys, take care of this. Nice Nap's going straight for the cruiser. He's ignoring the Synop. Except for secondary
Our
batteries.
victory is in sight.
Everyone wants to kill the kill the aircraft carrier right now. Because it makes cooler sound when you kill it. Oh, I think we got it. Picked up some camos. Spin off our dailies, maybe? Alright. So, should be able to collect our final star, unlock the last task. What do we get? Oh, okay. So that's the other aspect of these campaigns. You pick up some commanders in each of these mission steps, and honestly, man, I am hurting for commanders. So saving 6 points on commander training, especially with the rework coming, we go to 21-point captains. I will take it. Oh, this is a tougher final task, though. Wow, earn 2 million credits. Okay, that's a beefier final task than we normally get. So, question is, do I want to leave this torpedo mission in place? What do we get for it? It's 5 Mike Yankee flags. Okay. This one was tier 5 to 10 cruisers. All right, so we're gonna switch out and we're gonna go cruiser and battleship now. So Scharnhorst and Massachusetts are my 2 higher tier ships. Again, as well as York. I guess I might as well just buckle and buy the Hipper too. So I have another tier 8 to grind this out with. All right, well, we'll think about doing that shortly. I've got the hipper unlocked. Just need to make the purchase, so... Oh, so sorry guys, I had to jump back. Just want to double check. Was it credits? Damage. Credits. Okay, so we can use the benefit of our 200% first win and stack some economic flags to make this happen sooner than later. So we shall select credits per battle. And we have red dragons. That's XP. I think I'm low on credit flags. No credits there. Credits 20%. Basilisk is going to be our best bet to begin with. Just unfortunate we don't have a ton of those flags. That's post-battle service. That's not going to help. All right. Let's rock and roll. Hopefully we can get some decent battles in. We definitely want to do this in randoms, where the earnings are going to be much higher than in AI. We don't want to waste that 200% first win bonus on a co-op battle. Sorry, my vernacular slides in between Legends and PC. Just because I've spent a lot of the last year and a half really playing a lot more Legends in concert with the PC side of things. So Scharnhorst was one of the first premiums I ever bought on World of Warships PC. I love this ship. Started out on the cruiser line, on the US cruisers, got to about Omaha and to Cleveland, which was tier 6 back then, and started getting shellacked because I didn't have the situational awareness to play a cruiser at that point. Didn't understand cruisering very well, so I jumped over and started playing Battleship lines. At that point, there was only the US and Japanese lines. That was the only lines in the game. So I started grinding up the Japanese and US Battleship lines. And then I looked at buying some premiums, and prior to the full German line being introduced for Battleships, which I believe was the first line, the Scharnhorst came available, Scharnhorst and Tirpitz. So I wound up buying Scharn first, Tirpitz later. I didn't play Tirpitz for quite a while because I didn't want to ruin chances of my team winning. But I bought Tirpitz when there was a good deal, and I played a lot of Scharnhorst at tier 7, which I waited until I think I got to tier 6 to actually start playing her, and I didn't do terribly, but I play better now, obviously, than I did when I was just started out in the game playing Scharn. So she was really my bridge to continue playing Battleships, but start building some skills that would work for cruisers as well, because Scharnhorst is, in my mind, more of a battle cruiser than a straight battleship. She has pretty good armor, except when she's up-tiered. So she'll hold up pretty well in this match versus tier 7s through tier 5s. She goes up against 8s and 9s, she's going to take a lot more serious damage. But she's maneuverable. She has really workable torpedo angles. Can attack and defend with these torpedoes. Her AP rounds are not scary, but they're more plentiful than other ships in Battleship class because she reloads in about 20 seconds versus roughly 30 seconds for your typical battleship. So you're going to shoot at the softer areas of battleships. You're not going to tend to shoot as much at the armor belt unless you're in very close. You're going to shoot at superstructures.
Attention, support that target.
Versus shooting armor belts from range.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
And she also has, what do I have? I have 6.7 kilometer secondaries,
Protect that target.
which are not bad at all. I mean, she's not Tirpitz or Bismarck, obviously, in this tier range, but You will use your 6.7 kilometer secondaries more than you think. Ashitaka has good guns. We have to watch out. Don't want to go broadside to the Ashitaka. I don't want to sit in this area and just get HE spammed either. So we're going to try to turn out. Ashitaka is going to probably get a pretty good strike in on us. Can't get turned around fast enough. So I'm a little different from some players just because I play a lot of cruisers and that I'm not just going to go straight into this cap. Ashitaka switched to HE. That was actually to my advantage. She has amazing AP. She would have done a lot more damage with AP. We're going to loop back around. Again, this is where I can play this boat a little bit more like a cruiser than a straight battleship. Surrey, I don't want to block you. And you can see if we shoot too low on the Ashitaka from this range, we're going to bounce shells off the armor belt. Just missed with those torpedoes. Teammate.
Enemy battleship detected.
Just trying to make them think about coming around the corner. Now we'll switch off to possibly this Indianapolis if we can get visibility on him. So you guys probably know the dynamics of armor-piercing rounds and that they lose armor penetrating capability at the farther away they have to travel. So as they bleed speed over distance, they lose penetrating power. So sometimes HE at longer range is a better choice. I tend to shoot a lot more AP in my battleships than other players. At mid-tier especially. There's a decent shot on the West Virginia. We don't want to give side to the West Virginia. She has oversized guns for her tier. Come on. But shooting HE again.
All stations. Concentrate.
I want to try to get
reporting the target position.
focus fire on ships that are lower health. That would qualify for this New York. We're closer to New York. She's a lower tier, so I'm shooting a little lower on the hull with some effective strike there.
Good game, everyone.
Ooh, Indianapolis is coming out. Worth it to try shooting just to get even my back turret guns on target. I think we undershot her a little bit. So let's push up and support the flank. We've helped prevent any push directly up the middle. Now we just hope these guys are smart enough not to just basically push blindly. Especially one at a time, because there's multiple battleships here. Anyone who pushes alone has the potential to get ground down quite quickly. Can't hit the West Virginia.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Losing detection. Get that DD out.
Requesting support.
Come on, guys, shoot the Minakaze. It's almost out. We've got one shot in on the Indianapolis. Okay, we're gonna turn. Left turn, Clyde. That is an old movie reference. Clint Eastwood movie. It's actually filmed around the area that I live currently. in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, even though we're playing on the Europe server. Internet speeds are so much better now. Back when I first started playing the game,
Reporting the position of a strategic.
I could not play on the Europe server this effectively. I don't mind shooting AP at destroyers if I have other ships that I might need to target with AP directly after that. Some damage is better than nothing. Overpen damage, I'll take it. A few overpens can really help your destroyer who's knife fighting an enemy destroyer survive that engagement. Okay, we're joining the push now. Let's get into secondary battery range and potentially torpedo range on the West Virginia if he lasts long enough. There we go. Love it when the secondaries pop off. Now we'll go armor belt here, just because we're so close. Nice.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Our victory is in
Let the
sight.
enemy take the area.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
There's the Indy. We needed the back turrets loaded. Alright, so the West Virginia showed us broadside at a good time. And we're trying to go for credits in this game.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Acast's coming back our direction.
Nice work.
These guys are all kind of jamming away, so it's harder to accumulate more damage. We'll fire on the destroyer next if he's still around. Hits on destroyers generate higher experience point gains. He's gone. He's done. And this game's gonna be over. Won't be a great credit earnings game based on
All stations retreat.
our damage total, but did get it up a little bit. Got a kill. Got the win, so we have the 200% bonus. So I'll always take a win. We're kind of just anchoring that middle channel. Wound up most of the enemy ships kind of went on a lemming train to the flank. So shipping away at the Koenig superstructure. So not bad, 225,000. Middle of the pack score-wise, which kind of makes sense. People are already jamming in ranked. I'm not a big ranked player though. Kind of interested to see how this new sets of ranked sprint works out as a new way to run ranked. Hey, we got a shipbuilding token. So you guys running for the dockyard for Heisen? I was scarred last year by the Puerto Rico experience. I wasn't going to spend over $100 just to even complete half the ship. I don't know if I'll be able to get to the Tachibana or not. Well, Tachibana, yes, but Yahagi for free without spending doubloons. I'm not planning on spending doubloons for Heisen, though I think she looks like a pretty cool ship. And I think her cost will be a lot more manageable than Puerto Rico. There was a lot of blowback last year. And that was earned blowback, in my opinion. She was way too expensive. All right, we're just going to try to knock out first win bonuses. So we have our silver boost here. Red Dragon. We were trying to bump up Commander XP for this guy to get him to 10 points, but we'll let that slide. Let's go ahead and use a Basilisk here. We'll be out of those soon. We'll have to switch over to Leviathan. And just don't have a ton of flags on this account because I ran it free to play for the first 3 months of this account's existence. I had a little bit of premium time from, you know, mission sets here and there, but it's been almost exclusively free to play. So I generally buy premium, but I have so many WG accounts between tanks and ships and multiple ship accounts now that kind of limit probably to about 3 accounts that I'll buy premium time on the annual basis. So I really love the half off sales right now. That's when I think you should go out and grab premium. That way you don't have to run premium ships to get the higher earnings on XP and credits that premium time affords. So I'm not a paid spokesman for WG, but premium time to me is a good deal when you consider for $44 right now, I think is what it runs. You know, that's a lot less than a lift ticket. It's a lot less than a round of golf without even the cart these days. So I personally don't mind ponying up a little bit of extra cash for premium time. And I may be goofy this way, but I enjoy investing in the game and supporting the devs. You know, I get a lot of enjoyment out of Warships, and previously, before that, I got a lot of enjoyment out of tanks. So if it weren't for tanks, I wouldn't be here in ships. But I own a small business. I know what it's like to have to pay for power and gas and employees and benefits and marketing costs. So it's a game that I enjoy a lot. So I enjoy supporting the cause. I know some people are really proud that they have ground up a high level free to play account, and that's awesome. But you know, at the higher tiers, it's a lot harder to not bleed credits when you play high tier games. I tend to play tier 7 through 9, maybe 6 through 9 more than any other tiers. I'm not a big tier 10 all the time person. I just find the gameplay a lot more static and more salty. So oops, Kagero not awake, collision alert. So anywho, I don't mind supporting giving back to the game. I unlocked the Kansas on my main US account. Boy, she's an interesting ship. I have the Oklahoma at tier 5. That 40-second reload and slow as a snail is interesting dynamic. So we can give some air support. Kagero, hang here, dude. Okay, he stays in my AA bubble. I could give him some good support. Asashio Torps coming our way. Let's blind fire that. It's worth the blind fire that spot. Okey-dokey. Well, worth drawing fire from our destroyer. We have little to no support behind us, and Asashio in front of us. So I'm gonna get up to speed. Kansas accuracy is just horrendous at range. I'm gonna turn out because I feel like I'm gonna be running right into a big torp wall. I don't have a ton of support behind me. One ship and the DD who's running very wide course, so rather than get slaughtered on that flank without a lot of support, I'm gonna try to reposition. Between us and the Southern Dragon, we should be able to do decently.
ship is on fire.
Really, RNG? One shell hits and you get a fire. I'm gonna put it out because they're not spotting me. I have a route here I can take here where I'm not spotted up straight away. Get some flanking fire on the knives now.
Problem solved, sir.
There we go. There's the Asashio torpedoes. So let's hook back around. We're gonna hook back around. Try to put some pressure on that knives now from the flank. He's almost out, and then we can start working on the Kansas. Nice. Good work, guys.
That's how it's done. Spotter returning to ship.
That Kansas is really, really wide. Surprised. I've just again got the Massachusetts recently, and I was very surprised how her main battery differs from Alabama, both South Dakota class battleships. But the guns are very different between the two. So we're gonna have 2 DDs in this channel, it looks like. Just thinking Asashio, man. I don't know if I'm gonna take one of these or not. I think we can avoid it. Duke York, you're gonna limit my ability to maneuver here, dude. Santa horns are back! Woo! Alright. So in a perfect world, we can turn the corner here, have our guns turned to the left. So when the Akatsuki comes around the corner, we'll already be getting some secondary fire on him. Start a little bit behind the Asashio. Distance. Sasha's gonna smoke up. And we know the Akat is gonna try to engage us around this corner. He wants us to go straight through this gap and torp this gap, so we're gonna angle away. Ooh, good salvo on the Kansas. So we broke detection, so let's look to see when we get spotted. We'll know that's probably the destroyer, if he's still around. Oh, he died. Okay.
Our team is
Well,
taking
that's
the lead.
good. Shoot through that hole? Not quite.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So we have enough ships on this side pursuing the carrier and the Kansas. I'm going to get a few parting shots on the Kansas, hopefully, and then I'm going to go and try to seal their team off from taking B. Our Bismarck better off recovering back to our direction, back central. Oh, Kansas is out. Torpedoes. Okay. So let's get angled on the North Carolina. Gneisenau's too far away to hit us. Colorado's too far away to hit us. So I didn't realize They had an Enterprise too. I guess I didn't read the roster close enough to see it was a 2 CV game. I'm gonna select North Carolina with our secondaries. We have ships pursuing their carrier force, so again, maybe we didn't get bowed in quite fast enough on the North Carolina. We'll have a big advantage in secondary battery range. Just need a reload to hit them broadside. Would be nice. Come on, RNG. Turn to start getting our rear turrets engaged, and we did take a little more damage again than we wanted to. So let's potentially kite in North Carolina so we can get guns on the carrier. It's about the right range. Oh yeah.
Enemy aircraft carrier destroyed.
Nice. So we're just going to use cruisering tactic on North Carolina. I'm going to slow down, let him come into secondary battery range. I'm going to try to angle. Let him come in closer so I can get more secondary battery fire on him. Hopefully set some fires. So I was going to say next. We have 3 charges of our repair party. Let's wait for him to fire before we attempt to turn. Oh, he's going to... show us a little more side, aim a little higher than the armor belt. We were able to keep him from going into B as well, so that has basically helped prolong any turning of that cap. So we're accruing a big points advantage. Starting to turn, so let's hold fire. Okay, that was mostly superstructure for 10,000. Oh, too much. Showed him too much side. Come on, secondaries. He's out. Alright, we're up to 92,000. That's respectable.
Our victory is in sight.
Sternize now. So the only bummer was to get my guns onto the CV, I had to turn away from the North Carolina, not towards him. So that really reduced my armor effectiveness. Uh-oh, I did not realize he had another DD to deal with. So take one more shot. Oh. I can tell which direction he was traveling in the smoke. 3,900. Say we could have angled straight in on him, but we're gonna have to come towards the edge of the island here to make sure we don't get torped. Now we can angle in. We'll head straight at his position where he might have fired torpedoes from. That way we can get fire onto the Gneisenau. shoot behind him. Not so good. Question is, oh, the lightning is out. Okay. He's out, so we can now just go full in on the Gneisenau. Maybe see if we can shoot the Monarch behind him. But we're back in that 9.4 kilometer secondary range. Slightly above the armor belt on turtleback armor will be effective. Get him with a secondary kill. Okay. 6 kilometers, we're inside of his torpedo range. Oh, he torpedoed this guy instead. He only has 1 set per side, so we shouldn't have any more torpedoes coming our way. This will hopefully be a good credit earning game, guys. We didn't grab a cap, but we've done some various good things, including that Confederate. I like getting the Confederate achievement just because it's, I think, even more impactful than high caliber in a lot of ways, just showing you've really spread your damage around and impacted multiple enemy ships. You have to damage at least enemy ships and exceed 20% of their hit points in each of those ships. So how do we do there? 673,000 credits. That's a lucrative haul. Team-wise, sorry guys, got a frog in my throat. Put us top of the team. Getting a little more in stride with Massachusetts. Again, knowing when to stay outside of kind of brawling range and then when you can go into it, because her side armor is really weak. You don't want to engage too soon and be focused down by multiple ships, which is why I avoided that engagement straight off the top, where it would have been me versus 2 battleships and 2 destroyers, and it's just, and the CV planes. I know when people play a secondary battleship, a lot of people go straight into that situation, hope to get a kill and a half, and then, you know, say, oh, that was good enough. And I just prefer to live a little longer and have a bigger impact for more of the match if possible. All right, so decisions. Is running Oklahoma with the 200% bonus going to be better than running the Massachusetts? Probably not. So gonna keep going on grinding the Mass. I keep pulling credit containers just because I need credits on this account. I'm going to be able to buy the Hipper now, but I don't know that I'm be able to afford all the modules. Again, I'm kicking myself for missing that sail. Boneheaded maneuver. We had kind of an odd run into the holidays, probably like you did with Christmas, like family stuff, and wound up not getting together with anybody but just my wife and my 2 kids. But all the run up to the planning, who's going to go anywhere or not, just kind of took some focus and time away from playing games, since real life does intervene occasionally, especially in this day and age when things are so unique right now. All right. So Massachusetts will be a tougher play in a low tier situation. Let's not jinx ourselves and make that happen, but things are likely to even out. And yep. Oh. And we're going against an FDR. Some people, like Mr. Gibbons, claim it's not a great CV, boring to play, which may be true, but he did say they're effective against battleships. It's what they're most effective against. So, only good news is we have decent AA protection. But he may choose to pick on us as a lower tier battleship, though the Bismarck probably is even more susceptible since it has that wood deck plating. Very susceptible to armor-piercing bombs. When the AP bombs came out, I remember distinctly liking to play my Bismarck and Tirpitz a lot. And, man, you take some massive Citadel damage. Yeah, fun all around, enough FDR for everyone. That's what Chad is saying. Is that what you call it? So this limits our ability to sit still and tank in this location where I would generally go, because if we sit still, we're just going to be really susceptible to torpedo and bomb strikes. Excuse me, guys. I got about half hour left of me. Have to be up for a work meeting in the morning. Again, really appreciate anybody who's stopped by the stream tonight. And you'll be able to catch this in a video on demand on my YouTube page. Alright, we got multiple ships popping up. Hey, the Yamato's going to A, so that's not such a bad thing in our situation. You go.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Wait, he's backing up now.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
What is he doing?
Requesting assistance. Requesting support.
And this is where the limited range, that 18.3 kilometer range when you build for secondaries and not for main battery, comes into play, because we have to get in and brawl against these higher tier battleships. What is that Yamato doing? He's butt into us, but he's going backwards.
Concentrate fire on the designated
Possibility that he's a
target.
bot? Or he's been drinking a bunch of Jaeger? I don't know. Just a little strange. Okay, here we go. Select our
Intelligence data.
AA quadrants. And I'm kind of with the St. Louis here that I might protect him and run this corner route. We are detected,
All
so
stations, reporting the position of a strategic
how many
target.
destroyers are there? 2 per side. Don't know if the Kagero is off this angle, spot us here, or if they were spotting us from central area. Yeah, this St. Louis is not going anywhere, so I'm not going to push into GK and an entrenched Buffalo. That will not end well.
Get back.
So we're just going to loop back around. The problem with what the St. Louis is doing, he's taking himself completely out of the battle and taking me with him. I thought if he's going to continue to push forward, I will give him closer support. Okay, we've got a Thunder coming now, so again, I'd rather let some of these guys ride first that are more tanky than I am. And then as we go in as a group, when the fire's being split up between multiple ships, we can survive a little longer, then I can push with these guys.
Enemy battleship
I'm
detected.
not sure what that St. Louis is doing. He could at least be where he could shoot something. He's acting as oddly as the Yamato was. Okay. GK looks like he's going to come back to the flank, so we're going to go with the Thunderer. Got the Bismarck.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Acknowledged.
It's looking like the St. Louis is AFK at this point. Maybe not. It's backing up. Not sure what he was expecting to accomplish in that parking stall. I like this running as a group with 3 relatively tanky battleships, as long as the Thunderer doesn't give full broadside. And we have a decent AA bubble running together as well, too. Side benefit. There's the GK. Hello, GK. I don't think he realized what he was coming around the corner on. I didn't think he knew what it was about to partake of. Whoa, we got nice damage on that third turret. Select him for secondaries. Question is, do we have a DD anywhere here that we have to be worried about? Doesn't seem so. Range, we'll just aim for the superstructure. Hopefully start some fires. Nice. Ooh, that might have been a Yamato shell that just flew over the bow. We'll angle into that area where the Yamato's probably sitting. Uh-oh, yeah. Just switch our secondary focus to the Kagero. Gotta steer straight at the Kagero. Dude, St. Louis. I have to bow in at the Kagero so they don't take torpedoes. Okay, there's one set. 2 sets. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Alright, we're ahead by 3 ships. We'll take the inside route on the Yamato. Don't have a ton of damage, but we've accumulated it versus a tier 10 ship and versus a DD, so I think we're punching a little bit above our weight. Yamato, he's angling away from us. So if he's angled in, comes in an angle, we can shoot the cheek, which is the
Our team has taken the lead.
front side of the bow. Uh-oh, here we go. Gonna get FDR'd. Yeah, that hurt. That didn't feel good. We have shot down only 2 planes. Oh, nice. So the downside of a battle like this is being a low tier ship in a high tier battle. The good news is whenever you damage higher tier ships, you're going to get an above average amount of XP for that. There's the carrier. Try to turn. Throw off the aim a little bit. I'm gonna put the fires out because there's 2. If there was just 1, we would have let that burn and just run our repair party. You don't want to waste your repair party or your damage control typically on the first fire. He's all about me right now. Shell's bounced. Look at that. Look at that freaking spread of torpedoes. Bullshit. Pardon my French.
Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
And we repaired, so now we're gonna have to be dealing with flooding. That's just kind of ridiculous. That's why people get upset about FDR. Again, we need to keep moving. Okay, we got more planes in that last salvo. Bow into rocket planes.
Ship is on fire.
He's just farming right now. He's just farming me. Let's put our spotter up.
Spotter airborne. All stations reporting the position of a strategic
I have to basically angle away from these ships here and try to get this damage under control. Heal a little bit. Maybe get closer to these guys. We can benefit from some mutual AA protection or bubbles. Man, just that FDR must have pretty stealthy concealment. We kill the Yamato. That would be a sweet booby prize. Get him! Yeah! Woo!
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
That's awesome. That will be a good XP boost. Sorry, that was pretty pathetic. Yeah, but I'm tired and I'm happy when I'm trying to earn credits. We're going to take a successful tier 10 game where we can get it and keep this going as a team. Call the team
fire
to
on the enemy warship.
work on the Azure. Oh god. Oh god. So we try to slow down and bow in.
Spotter returning to ship.
Yeah, we're gonna only take 2 this time. Or was that 3? Where did he go? Where did the FDR go? Oh!
Enemy heavily damaged.
2 sits on the Azure. Hello! Hello! That's gravy. Six more. Try those on for size. Stay angled into the Yoshino. Nice!
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Dude, this game is rocking. We're gonna get a better credit result than the last game for sure. Angle on the Yoshino. That FDR is like powered by a nuclear reactor or something. Oh, Yoshino has long-range torpedoes, doesn't she? Not gonna work though. Pretty slow. Pretty slow torps. Thankfully. Using the nomogram crosshair, which the upper row of numbers is the flight time to target in a 30 knot target, 30 knot speed target. The lower row is a 20 knot speed target. Notzer has a great video on it.
The ship is on fire.
Single fire will just run our repair party, not damage control. is a good fire starter. Got a chance on that Amagi. Got a chance. Got a chance. Oh, so damn close. Where's the FDR? Come on, man. Where is he? Spot him. Don't we have a CV?
Problem solved, sir.
Is our CV dead? Why can't he spot him? 9 kilometers. We're gonna get the Yoshino right now. There he is. Man, he's way over there. It's nuts. Oh, he died. We're gonna hang here and try to add a cap to our tally. Capping is a sneaky good source of XP. Okay, we can accelerate. I think we're gonna cap it before the points reach 1,000. Plenty of time on the game clock. This could be a lucrative game. I'm interested to see what this turns out to be. Plus, we survived a multiple prong attack by the FDR. $841,000 credits. That'll get the job done for certain. We finished first. Yes. That's awesome. In a tier 10 game, guys, we finished first. Love it. I'm getting some damage on the FDR. Some citadels on the Aegir. Wound up killing him. Killed the Yamato. Killed the tier 9 and the tier 10 ship. Good damage all around. And really, very little of that was from fire. Was any of it? 97 hit points. All the rest of that came from our main battery for the most part, AP. And only 3,500 on HE fired by our secondary. So that was a really, really good result in this ship. So guys, I think that's going to be it. We're going to go out on a high. No, it's a short stream. But again, just testing settings mainly tonight. To make sure everything's working okay. Again, anyone who stopped by, super appreciate it. Or if you check this out on video on demand, really appreciate that as well. I'm a relatively new streamer and YouTuber, so any support I get from you guys is fantastic. Being a new person at this, I really, really appreciate it. Oh, don't forget, you can pick up your daily item in the armory, your bundle. Pocketed 50 doubloons. Sweet. And let's check our progress on the campaign. See where we wound up. Whoops. I wish we were there already. Dang it. I always do that. I know you can go back just to stay within here by back. Is it this one? I always forget if it's this one or this one. I think it's this one. So how are we doing on the final task? 1.74 million out of 2 million. So what did we play? 3 battles? And we're already 3/4 of the way through. So 1 decent battle, we're going to be done with this and moving on to the second set of missions. What do we get for that? Get a Santa at each stop. Is that the deal? Kind of your interesting WG Santas from around the world. This holiday camo is pretty busy, but it's neat. I've liked a lot of the holiday camos. Awesome. So good progress there, and we have Oh, that's not even available for 6 days. This one is open. So we've got a bit of time. I think we have about 20 days to finish out this campaign and get on to the ships and fates, which the next step is, again, more camos and unlocking those tier 5 ships. So for me in this account, you see this is all the ships I have. I only have 13, 14 ships. So any ships we can unlock with they're kind of premium camos, because there'll be a 3%, 4%, and then probably a 20% credit boost. So they're kind of like a low tier premium camouflage on an additional 4 or 5 ships will be fantastic for building up this port in a relatively new account. So very, very exciting. So jump out really quick. Yeah, I just want to again thank you for stopping by. Again, my goal is to build on Twitch and on YouTube. I'm not taking the next step to be a Twitch affiliate because I don't want to run 10,000 ads on my channel. I have enough followers to make that happen. But we are focusing on multi-streaming more often to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. And I think the YouTube community is really growing from a live stream perspective. So I'm excited to stay engaged with both platforms, and YouTube is where all of your content comes to live and have a home for the long haul, not Twitch. So I'm trying to do, again, some ship reviews, some campaign overviews. A lot more of my work to date has been on the Legend side, but we will be doing some more PC stuff as well and posting our streams for replay capability. So again, very, very, very much appreciate anybody who stopped by. I hope you have a great night. Great remainder of your week heading into the New Year's holiday. It's going to be a very interesting one. Usually we aggregate in much bigger groups even than Christmas time, right? On New Year's. So I don't know how this one's going to work. It's, I guess, New Year's by Zoom. So again, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Van Kraken, and I am out. Talk to you soon.